Okay, so what?
All right, I'm here speaking with Joel Weiss, Cropsy from the Warriors. How you doing, Joel?
Oh, excellent.
Good. Have you been happy to be back with the gang for the Warriors 45th anniversary?
Oh, I love this 45th anniversary, seeing all the old faces. They're not old, though, but all the people, there's much love here, really.
Sure. Now, can you give the readers a little history on how you got into acting and how you got the role of Cropsy?
Well, it goes back a long time. My father was an actor, and I always wanted to be an actor. I was class clown in school, and then I started doing the plays, and then college, and that was the thing. I always had the bug in me. I had the bug. I love it more than anything in the world, next to sex. But actually, the acting's more important because it's exhilarating too.
Sure.
How I got in the Warriors was
you get the role?
I was trying to get in the movie The Wanderers. So my mind was on The Wanderers, and I actually did get Turkey in that, but they when Phil Kaufman found out about it, he erased everybody who was ever in it because Ducky Boys, the head of the Ducky Boys, can be David Patrick Kelly, but we were on the thing and all that stuff, but when he found out we were Warriors, goodbye. But make a long story short, I did a punk rock play called Robot Factory.
Okay.
So it was horrible, but these people loved it. Actually, in the play, somebody was on LSD and pointed the knife at us on stage, and the audience didn't know it was real. We're freaking out, and then she points it at the audience, so they loved it. And Village Voice liked the show, but I hated it, so I took a job because I was bummed out about this. A job as a doorman for 3 days.
Okay.
I didn't sleep. So I was hearing about Warriors, and cut to the chase. I dropped a lot of names at one Gulf Weston building.
Okay.
Got up to the wrong floor, but it was the right floor. The secretary was there. Tom McKittrick was there. Marcelino Sanchez, but I didn't know who these. I knew Tom because auditions and stuff.
Okay.
But I went up to the girl. I said, I have an appointment with Mr. Walter Hill. He said, I don't see your name on here. I said, no, he wants to see me and everything. Now, in those days, you didn't have to worry about being arrested. They were close. I had my hands behind me and everything. So he said, she called up the casting director. And the casting director got on the phone. He said, Joel, what are you doing up there? I said, you only go around once in life and you got to grab for all the gusto.
Sure.
There's a big pause. He says, good luck.
Yeah.
So then Martha came up to me, and I'll tell you about her. Martha married Dino De Laurentiis.
Okay.
She was the assistant to Walter Hill. She was Martha Schumacher at that time. So she said, you have to leave. I said, I'm staying. So they left. Tom, they shook my hand. Good luck to you. So I sat in a chair, and all of a sudden I hear Walter Hill's voice. He said, Martha, can you come in here? Comes in, you got to do this. So they went to another office to print something. So as she walked by, I'm like this. I go, stand straight up, go right into Walter Hill. I started yelling at him. And Frank Marshall's in the room too.
Yeah.
But I then cooled it. I said, Mr. Hill. In 1 minute, I changed everything. I said, you have a basketball scene in this movie. Perfect. And he looked at Frank. There's a basketball scene? I didn't know. I wrote the script. I don't know. So I said, calm down. I like you. I'm going to bring you in to read. I said, don't bullshit me. He said, give me a picture of us. You got 11 of them already. I've never seen you in my entire life, but you are definitely coming in to read.
Wow.
So I shook his hand. A day later, on Monday, 2 days later after the weekend, I went in to read. Now, I got there 3 hours early. It's before fax machines and everything. I wanted to look at the sides. I'm an actor. I did a lot of plays.
Okay.
A lot of I wanted to be on top of it. So I got there 3 hours early. So somebody went in before me.
Okay.
And then my appointment's at 3 o'clock. It's 11:12. So all of a sudden, Jeremy Ritzer comes out. Are you ready? And normally these idiot actors would say, oh no, I have appointment at 3 o'clock. I said, piece of cake. I remember everything. I got up, walked in. Walter's there, Jeremy, Larry Gordon, and Walter's doing this thing with the eye thing.
Okay.
And I'm making faces, and I didn't hold the script.
Okay.
So Larry's going to read with me, not the casting director. So I'm there, we're looking at each other. He goes, you're the first line. I said, oh shit. He said, calm down. We're going to talk. Hey, Walter, he looks like Tessier, Bob Tessier. I said, Tessier?
I always thought you looked like Joe Perry, man.
No, but the thing is about him, he was in hard times.
Okay.
He's a bald guy.
Sure.
He was great, a great smile. He's got the smile. And I said, I was in there for 3 hours. I muffed up the lines. He said, the first line. Then we read it again and again. And the character's named Butcher Boy in the film.
Okay.
So a day later, I got the phone call. I had all these dimes to make phone calls, make rounds. It was with my friend Alizario, and I answered the phone. You got the job part as Butcher Boy. When I got into Walter to meet with him, he said, "You are now Cropsey." I said,
Very
"Great."
cool.
And I said, I'm really cocky. I said, "You know, Walter, you directed Charles Bronson, the second best performance." He goes, "What was the first?" Death Wish. You know, even though he made a lot of great movies anyway.
Sure.
But and then they invited me to see The Driver.
Okay.
And I was in the movie, and then we had the reading with the cast.
Okay.
And every character would come in. Like James Wingmore came in. He banged the chair on the thing. Marceline and I was
Picked
sitting.
up a table or something.
Right, no,
like
he just banged the chair.
Okay.
And we would always turn, Marcelino and I made friends with him.
Yeah.
And we were sitting next to each other for the moment. And they said, "Oh, he signed already." Because a lot of us didn't sign the contract yet. "Oh, he signed." And then Michael Beck came in. David Patrick Kelly then sat with me. And we both met for the first time there. And we were like trained differently. We were both into doing it. And we did the reading. And it was sharp. And then we do all the lines. Same thing in the movie. Once they said action, we were like, no rehearsal. Walter didn't do rehearsals. We just did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was sharp. Everything you see on the film, because I did student film, 1 or 2 takes, close-ups, I got punched in the face.
Yeah.
They had to do that again because what happened was it was a roundhouse punch by Craig Baxley.
Okay.
They changed it to a straight-on punch. And Dorsey punched me in the face. I fell on the floor, and Frank Marshall, I didn't get up from him. I was so mad at myself, not because I got hit. He goes, "We need a replacement for Cropsey."
That was at the conclave. Yeah.
And I already filmed a little bit already before that, so I was in. The thing was, he said, "We need a replacement for Cropsey." I jumped up. I said, no, I'm all right.
Good to go.
And that's it. And, they had a lot of actors there.
Yeah.
So that was it. That's, kind of I got the part.
Sure.
And I've done 4 for Walter. I stay in touch with him all the time.
Yeah.
I always like him. He loves baseball, rock and roll.
Yeah.
And he always,
Can you tell the readers what other films you did with Walter?
I did Brewster's Millions for him, another 48 Hours, and Undisputed. But 2 got away from me, like Last Man Standing and Streets of Fire.
Okay.
But still, there'll be another one in the wings soon.
Yeah, I heard he might be coming back to do another
No, he's doing a movie. He's doing a movie.
Good.
And this one is more of Joel Weiss's alley because it's not a Western. He won't put me in. He might, but he won't. It's got to be urban. This one's more of a noir.
Okay.
So there's got to be something for me in this, something. You know what I mean? I want to be in it. I definitely, to get back, I write him again. I stay in touch with him. He calls me up. I mean, I love the guy. I love
Good. Nice. What's your memories of speaking of the iconic conclave scene? What are your memories of that?
My memory was I got 162 people in the film as extras.
Wow.
People from junior high school to high school to actors that were non-union, a lot of non-union people, and they were my directors. I got a lot of filmmakers in it.
Okay.
And student films.
Yeah.
And they were all directing me. I said, it's a good scene, Joel. It was really good. And an actor from Bronx Community College, Mike Messina, I sat him on a director's chair, and I said, he was talking and everything. And, I made him a mensch. I made him very special. I made everybody special, and me too. And the crew guy, he brought me a package of Oreos because I brought Oreos with me.
Okay.
He brought it as a surprise, and I was sleeping with it. I fell asleep during the conclave. We were off a lot in the rain. That's real.
Yeah. Wow. What was it like working with David Patrick-Kelly? You guys had great chemistry in the film.
The thing is, we didn't talk that much. Few words, and then when the movie wrapped, then he talked a lot and everything. He's great.
Yeah. You guys had great chemistry. He picked on you. He picked on you a little bit.
But they were, when something happens, you got to go with it.
Yeah.
With the candy scene, when he hit me, I don't like that. No, you like it. It works like when somebody slaps you.
It worked.
It's real. You want the real reality.
Yeah. And you guys are friends to this day, aren't you?
What?
Yeah, you guys are friends to this day.
Last time I saw him was Into the Woods. I'm mad now because he's doing Enemy of the People.
Okay.
And I was here 2 weeks ago. I could have seen it. And it's in Circle in the Square. And that is an unbelievable place to see a play.
Sure.
No bad seat.
Sure. Now, on any of the road scenes, what's your favorite scene in the movie? You got a favorite scene or another scene in the movie?
No, I liked Always Set. You know, the beginning of that was like, I love that scene. You know, Always Set.
Yeah.
That was great.
Great.
But my thing is the next movie. You see, when I got that film, it was trying to get the next film to make it forgotten. It's like William Shatner, when he got Star Trek, he was trying to get away from that.
Sure.
Me, I was trying to get the next job. So I didn't get a movie for like 2 years after that. Not because I was doing plays, but I got a movie called Senior Trip.
Yeah.
So it took about 2 years. Well, I did Housing Project USA and another film, but I wanted the big film. So Senior Trip with Scott Baio, Jason Alexander, Robert Townsend. That was great because I got Robert as an extra in The Warriors.
Okay.
And we were friends, family. We know each other 46 years. And that, you see, I've done 5 for him.
Yeah.
And maybe a 6th with him. He always liked me. He calls me his good luck charm.
Yeah.
So, you have that relationship and everything. And,
nice.
It's great.
Now, what about the famous hearse car? There was no seats in there, was there?
Yeah, none. They had them on boxes and
boxes.
stuff.
That's what
and
you guys...
also, I couldn't drive.
You couldn't drive?
Oh,
you didn't have your driver's license.
I know. I had a written one, but not a real one.
Okay.
So what do they call it? They took me for private lessons, and Third Avenue L. They took me to make the garbage, not to drive, to hit the mark. Because if you run over the camera, if you fall short of the mark, it sucks. If you go over the mark, it's okay, but you can kill the cameraman. Hurt the camera.
Sure.
So they trained me for that. I did great.
Okay.
Then I drove. And they removed me from the car to back it up.
Yeah.
Stunt guy or something.
Okay.
They didn't have the camera car there where they dragged the car. I drove the car.
Yeah.
They trained me, so I did a little, and then that was it. Almost killed the Warriors too.
Now here we are, the 45th anniversary. This movie keeps on getting bigger and bigger every year. I mean, it's arguably become one of the biggest, if not the biggest, cult film of all time.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the longevity of this film and why it's lasted so long?
It's amazing. Because people, the way New York was, and the music, and the cinematography, and the clothing, and everything was amazing.
Agreed.
It's just amazing.
Agreed.
And Walter Hill and Andy Laszlo.
Yeah.
But the feeling of it, the dialogue, is no, changing things.
Sure.
Whatever they said is straight to the heart.
You could never replicate this movie. You can never.
Whenever James Moore said, derogatory things in the movie theater, oh my God, we get the biggest laughs.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can't see that shit.
Sure. No, I mean, they talk about, remaking this movie. They can never do it properly.
Mistakes.
Yeah.
I broke my fingers.
Yeah.
Everything in it was like, I got my dentist involved.
Yeah.
They called me up for, I didn't know I had to wear a tooth.
Yeah.
They called me up for a gold frame.
Okay.
I wish I had that gold frame now, man. I had 2 of them. And my dentist, I said, did you charge him more?
No.
He said, no, he got my picture. And he had the contract up there and a picture of me.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal for him as a dentist. He got this phone call from Paramount.
Okay.
He said, Joel Weiss is one of the stars of Warriors. He recommended you. He calls him up right away. Joel, I'm going to do the frame today. You're going to go to Queens. I said, shit, I want to do that. He said, but listen, I can send the messenger, but if you go today after I do it, then you're going to get it back in 3 days.
Okay.
And that's it. I want to get it to you quick.
Yeah.
So I had to go to Queens and then pick it up again.
Yeah.
So that was it. He did the mold and everything.
Wow.
And then I had 2 of them, and I had the glue.
Okay.
You got to have glue to put it in.
Yeah.
And you don't see it that much, but you do. If you look close, you'll see the gold thing.
Is that right? Okay, I'll look for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's worth a lot of money. It was solid gold.
Yeah, I bet. Now, did you get to keep your original Rhodes Fast Forward?
No. You know what? A lot of people, did a Robert Blake. They took their wardrobe. I was so afraid that they would come after me for the money. I didn't do it. When I did Quicksilver, I kept the socks, the vest. They gave me a vest and everything. I kept everything. Oh, they kept kept giving me socks and thermals. Oh man, the thermals came in handy because every time I forget on purpose,
Yeah.
and they give me thermal pants, and because when we rode the bikes
Yeah.
at San Pedro and everything, it was crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I bet. Now, any upcoming projects you'd like
Well, I
to
finished
talk
a movie
about?
a week and a half ago called Finals. I play Principal Barnes in a high school shooting.
Okay.
And then things are out there, but they're not real till they're real. You know
Sure,
what I mean?
sure.
You know, something will come. I make things happen.
Yeah.
You know, even here, I go up to people, start talking. And
Sure.
something will happen.
You still enjoy coming to these conventions?
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it. Come on, you get to meet everybody.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
You know, it's a lot of fun to get. Even people in the army never get to see each other every year.
Yes.
You know, or every 2 years.
It's like a family. You
It's
guys
a family,
yeah. Good for you
Yeah.
guys. Any parting words for the fans worldwide?
Well, never give up. Never listen to anybody, or just listen to the good things they say, never negative things, but never give up. If you have a dream, just keep going for it because you got nothing to lose. You got 125 years on this planet. If you fail, you live for 125 years. You can always smile that you did all you can.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man. Thanks, my man. Yeah, real pleasure, Joel. Thank you.
Yeah.